Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. So Mr. Quinshon Judkins and Isaiah Bond both were rookies that were in the latest draft, and they had some legal cases that they had to serve and they had to deal with in their respective cases. Isaiah Bond was charged with a sexual assault case, and Quinshon Judkins was accused of domestic assault and battery. Let's get to a article written here by ESPN. And this is about Quinshon Judkins specifically. Cleveland Browns rookie running back Quinshon Judkins won't face a formal misdemeanor battery charge over a domestic incident in South Florida last month. Prosecutors declined to pursue charges after reviewing police reports, body-worn camera videos, video surveillance, photos, phone records, and the sworn statement of a woman he allegedly struck, according to a decline memorandum obtained by ESPN. Judkins was arrested on a misdemeanor domestic violence and battery charge in Fort Lauderdale on July 12th. According to reports, the incident happened 5 days before the arrest, but was not reported until that day. Sound very fishy to me. And moving on to Mr. Isaiah Bond, the sexual assault case against former Texas wide receiver Isaiah Bond has been no billed, and he faces no further criminal charges, Collin County, Texas District Attorney Greg Willis said Thursday. And as Mr. Willis quotes, after reviewing all evidence presented, a Collin County grand jury returned a no bill in the sexual assault charge involving Isaiah Bond, meaning no indictment will be issued, Willis said in a statement. This concludes the criminal proceedings in this matter. And Mr. Quinshon Judkins, not Quinshon Judkins, but Isaiah Bond went on after that to formally announce that he is being signed by the Cleveland Browns. Now, let's go ahead and get all the jokes out of the way in regards to the Cleveland Browns wanting to only hire criminals. I saw this meme going all across the internet. You had a whole lot of people talking about, yeah, they were doing the Spider-Man meme, all these jail memes, because essentially, let's just give some context to this. We have the stuff that has been going on with Deshaun Watson and his stuff with the massages. Now you have the sexual assault case with Isaiah Bond, and in Quinshon Judkins' case, sexual assault and battery. And there's a plethora of others in the past. We can go to Josh Gordon. The list can go on and on and on. So it's a little inside joke that has been going on across the media, and I just want to hit on that just a little bit. But in series, I'm gonna talk about each one specifically. So first, let's talk about Mr. Isaiah Bond. His accusations was before the NFL draft. Now this definitely hurt his draft stock because, in my opinion, I think Isaiah Bond could have been drafted in the 3rd or 4th round. He was one of the highlighted receivers going into the NFL draft because he had a pretty good stint at Alabama. Then he transferred to Texas in his final year alongside Matthew Golden. He didn't have as good of a year that he has had in Alabama, but still a lot to be desired. Very fast wide receiver, can get down the field with speed, great hands. So he was one of the premier candidates to be drafted at the wide receiver position in this latest draft. But due to the legal process and proceedings that he had exhibited against him, he went undrafted. When a lot of people had him going to the 3rd and 4th round, specifically me, but who knows, he probably even could have went as high as the 2nd. It's just pretty much have to wait and, waited to be seen. But he's been going undrafted since the draft ended back in April, and he still has not found a team. He's missed out on rookie minicamp. He's missed out on majority of training camp, and he's already missed 1 preseason game. Make it even 2 preseason games coming up with their next game this weekend. So Isaiah Bond is going to be essentially behind the 8 ball. Obviously, if it looks like from this case that the accusations proceeded against him were false, from what I have read, who knows? Again, these are NFL players. They got a lot of leeway when it comes to these legal matters, specifically what's been going on with Rashee Rice and the double standard that everybody is trying to talk about when pertaining to Rashee Rice. But that's another topic for another day. I'm happy for Isaiah Bond. I actually wanted the Dallas Cowboys to actually get him because we needed wide receivers at the time, and Isaiah Bond was a sleeper pick, and especially when you could not get your hands on Matthew Golden or Teteroa McMillan. I thought Isaiah Bond was that great complement for our wide receiver core. But at the time, I didn't even know that he had these legal cases going on. So I'm happy that he was able to get this past him. He signed with the Cleveland Browns alongside Quinshon Judkins, who we are about to talk about next. But I'm happy for him. I just want him to take. And when it comes to women, we know with these domestic assault cases and domestic violence and things of that nature, NFL guys have to be aware of who they're with. It's just, I would distance myself away from women if I was an NFL player. There's some, and I know that's kind of a harsh thing to say. Let's not really say that. Just be mindful of who you're in a relationship with. Just simple comment. Be mindful of who you are in a relationship with. Are they your ride or die? Are they going to be with you through the fire in your career? Or are they just going to be there to collect a check? I could go in deeper detail than that, but you guys can read between the lines, okay? So that is Isaiah Bond's case. Now, in Quinshon Judkins' case, his accusations came after the fact that he was already drafted in the second round by the Cleveland Browns. Now, this is a player, again, another guy who I would love for the Dallas Cowboys to get, because Quinshon Judkins was one of my favorite running backs in the draft. I loved him more than Ashton Jeanty. That's how much I loved Quinshon Judkins. Now, a lot of that has to do with some Ohio State bias. But anyways, outside of that, I had him on my radar because he was one of my favorite running backs to watch in the draft. And now in his case, there's a lot of questionable stuff in regards to his legal matter. Essentially, the girl claimed he did something 5 days ago before she actually reported it. That's a little fishy there to begin with. But in Quinshon Judkins' case, he was able to actually he was actually being able to take part in rookie minicamp and regular minicamp. He just did not get to make it to training camp. And at this present moment, he has actually not been able to sign his contract, his rookie deal, in order to get his season going. So, sadly, in Quinshon Judkins' case, in the same case as Isaiah Bond, they are both going to miss these first 2 preseason games. Who knows if they're going to be able to get the last preseason game in, because there's only 3 preseason games, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure, but if I can be wrong, but I think there are only 3 preseason games. Let me sit and confirm that. Yep, 3 preseason games. Next weekend is the last weekend of the preseason. So maybe he will be able to get that last game in. Both of them. I imagine Isaiah Bond should be able to. But Judkins has got to get that rookie contract signed. And from what I've heard, it shouldn't be a hassle to get it signed. Maybe he gets it done at a pretty good time. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. But what I want for these young men to do: clean up your act off the field. Okay? Be aware of your surroundings, who you hang out with, because it can make and break your career. You are the company you keep, okay? Your loved ones, whatever person you have relations with, make sure you know how that person is and their characteristics. In this case, are there one of these women who are liable to pull a stunt like this and accuse you of things that you did not do and get you in these legal matters and take you off of the football field? That is something that you need to diagnose and figure out if that could be a possibility. And in every facet, we've seen it with the NFL, any type of player, and you mainly see this with NFL players. You really do not see this much with baseball players and basketball players. And the only recent player outside of football that I can really remember that's had these type of lawsuits against him has been Trevor Bauer in the MLB. Do not really know an NBA player off the top of my head who has had to deal with these types of accusations against them. But it's a big football player thing. Just, guys, be knowledgeable of who you with. You are the company you keep. Get the off the field stuff cleaned up and get on the field. Both Quinshon Judkins, I keep wanting to call him Quinyon, but both Quinshon Judkins and Isaiah Bond are great players, have bright futures, and deserve to be on the football field, showing off their talents for the Cleveland Browns, a franchise who has been debunked of talent for a very long time. So it is very imperative that these young men get on the football field and get their off the field acts together. What do you guys think about this? Isaiah Bond and Quinshon Judkins and their legal matters finally getting resolved, and they are finally able to get on the football field. I want to know all of your comments down below.